Thank you. For us, transforming education means ensuring a sustainable future where we develop a knowledge and skill-based education system that leaves no one behind in facing the challenges of fourth industrial revolution. We must consider education a public good and make it affordable for all. At the same time, we mustn't forget that providing public goods costs money, and we must address the gaps and challenges we have. And just to highlight a few, first, the cost of education. We all can put our efforts at the government institutions, but we must address the cost of education in private institutions, particularly in the developed economies, and we cannot let inequalities take over quality education. Education is a basic human right, and we have to save it from being used as a business. Second, facilitating pre-primary education. We all know that pre-primary and early childhood education leads to better cognitive, numerical, and literacy skills. But do we have enough institutional backbone for that, or we are just counting on the better parenthood? We must not drag our society back to a dilemma where between raising a kid and women empowerment. Third, dropout and continued education. We must promote technical and vocational education. Fourth, affordable and accessible digital inclusion. We have benefited from digital and blended learning during this pandemic. But the question remains, if we all have the same access to digital technologies. I would like to thank our Honorable Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, for envisioning digital Bangladesh, which surely saved our students who could continue with their studies even in the most difficult times. It is imperative that we realize and act for mainstreaming e-learning in our education system. Schools need to become a happy and fun place where every student can form and realize their aspirations for transformation in an enabling environment. During the pandemic, when schools were closed, we realized how important a role they play in the lives of the students. Pandemic has proved that the schools cannot be entirely moved to digital space, but our physical school need digital connectivity. So we must prioritize and invest to connect and equip schools digitally with a focus to leave no one behind, including the children with special needs. Teachers must be at the center of the school to transform the education. Transformation in education will only be possible when teachers are trained to innovate, design, and create lessons to meet the needs of future and also in specific contexts, and when they have financial security as well as social recognition. Schools should not only be placed for learning. Learning should expand to our cultural and social spaces. We must create a model where children and adults have the lifelong learning opportunities. Learning should embrace diversity of humanity in our social and economic development, which will guarantee true value of diverse human potentials.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Could I just remind
thus
you to
bringing equity in education. We must urgently address these challenges to forge a new social contract for education which will help to shape socially just and inclusive shared future. Thank you.